Okay, I'm going to show you how to take some strawberries. These strawberries were on sale for $1 a pound, so that was a pretty good deal. So we're going to take some of them and I'm going to show you how to preserve them for future use. Stay with us. Okay, so what I do first is I take a lemon. You can also use these like lemon crystal packs. One pack is worth a slice of lemon, so right now we have extra regular lemons, so we're just going to use those. But what I do is I just slice them thinly and I kind of line the bottom of a bowl like this. And then I take my strawberries and we just kind of cut the tops off and any bad areas. So I'm going to use this egg slicer to slice them. This helps keep them kind of uniform. So I don't know why this kind of keeps it uniform, so it allows us to dry them a little bit easier. But you have to kind of push on the wire. So works a little bit better for small ones. So then I just lay them on the lemon. We'll do a couple of these and kind of see how, and then I'll just so we'll just kind of again stir these up, and then after you have a few of them, I just layer a few lemons, occasionally squeezing it, but just like, because I want some of the lemon oil in it too. I don't want just the lemon juice. So we'll just kind of let it set there for just a minute, and I will slice some more strawberries. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, so we're about done slicing the strawberries. So we're going to do, I'm going to show another tip with a spoon. Sometimes these are if depending on the softness of your strawberries, but also the size of your strawberries, and sometimes these little wires can get a little floppy. So you can also slice them if you like, but this to me makes it a little more uniform. So if you just push down slightly, slowly, if you shove it down, it will pop like it did in the beginning, and it'll go all the way through. Take your spoon and just kind of push it down in, and that will bring it out, but it also keeps it kind of together. So that's another tip for again making sure that they get all uniform. I'm just again letting them set in the lemon juice and lemon oil a little bit. I want to get as much citric acid on there as possible. This will help them preserve. So after they've set a little bit, we'll be right back. Okay, they've set probably about 30 minutes. So what I'm going to do is now just kind of again squeeze out as much of this as I can onto them as I'm taking the lemons out. So it's the citric acid that kind of helps them keep from fermenting, I guess, in the heat of the dehydrator. So I'm just gonna take these out. As you can see, they are really uniform using that slicer. Again, that just is one way of doing it. You can use a knife, you can use they say you can use like little plastic lids and kind of keep them sliced several together. This for me just works pretty easy. And so let me get these on this tray, and then we will show you what the next step is. Okay, so I have enough to fill about, I don't know, 45% of this tray. So, and what I do next is I just take a little pinch of sugar because the lemon juice makes it a little tart. So I like them a little tart, but my kids don't really like snacking on them because these can be put in different things. They can be eaten by themselves. They can be put in stuff like oatmeal. You can reduce them down into a reduction and put them over stuff like desserts and frostings, or you can grind them up into a powder after they're done dehydrated and mix them into muffins and stuff like that too. So there's several things you can do with them, but the citric acid kind of helps preserve them a little bit more, helps them kind of kill off that bad bacteria, but the sugar kind of crystallizes on the top and allows it to have just a little bit more sweetness than it normally would. So we're going to go ahead and dry these, and we're going to put it on about 125. So we're going to put them on 135, and they'll probably take about 8 hours to dry. So we will show you what the end result looks like. See them. Okay, so we've let these dry over the evening. I flipped them about halfway through. I flipped them. You can see that they're pretty paper thin. So again, I can cut these up, and I can put them in, muffin mix or pancakes. I can eat them as they are, grind them up, put them in smoothies, chop them up, kind of sprinkle them over ice cream, or put them in ice cream when you're making it. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with dried strawberries. So it is that quick and easy. So again, please like and subscribe and let me know what you think. Suggestions on videos you'd like to see, and I really appreciate it. We'll see you in the next video. I forgot to say, how I store them. I just kind of fold them. These Excalibur dryer racks, they just kind of fold up. I just put them in an airtight, or a baggie. If you want them for a super long term, you can put them in a jar, and you can use that like air sealer, the vacuum sealer that sucks all the air out. You can use those Mylar bags with the air. But this, because again, we like these, we use these fairly soon, like within a year. So we usually just kind of put them in a bag. I suck out all the air. And then we can stick them in the freezer, or if we don't have room in the freezer, we can stick them on the shelves. But it just depends on how long you want to use them for. So again, how long you store them. So again, like and subscribe, and appreciate it.